Hello everyone, and welcome to Angel Bytes. It's been a while since I have done an Angel Bytes video, but since me and Eric aren't doing much on the Wake Up World Enlightenment Now podcast, because we've both been really busy in our personal lives, we thought it would be great if we could do things on our own for a couple weeks here. So we're trying to fill in the blanks. And the way I'm going to do that is with Angel Bytes. So just bear with us. Eric and I didn't break up. Not that we were together like that. We're not like that. We both like boys. What I felt to talk about today was cleaning out your house. Eric just moved, and I am getting ready to have the same type of experience in my life of moving to a different place. And as I noticed when I was selling things to get rid of them, I noticed that in my house the energy was so much lighter and brighter, and I see why people want to become minimalists, because the less things the better. I mean, the less you hold on to. Well, the people in the paranormal world know this, that items hold energy, and in the spiritual world, I'm sure that we all know this too, that things can hold energy. And so when you get rid of things that have memories attached to them and things like that, then it is so releasing to not have that item in your life anymore. So it's good to clear out. And with awakening, it seems that most people have a natural clearing out of people in their lives. I know that I cleared out almost every person in my life. There are just a couple who have remained from before my awakening till now. And that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's just this purging of the old and, bringing in the new. And with the awakening, you're going to have this rebirth process that will happen. And that's a beautiful thing. And it's really all how you perceive it. So for me, I see it as a beautiful thing, because I learned a long time ago, you can either handle things with grace or you can be really grumpy. And I've tried both sides of things, and I really like handling things with grace and with happiness. Although I'm definitely not an expert at it, I still try to do my best to find the good in every situation. So that is part of the good thing with out with the old and in with the new. So we have to ask our own questions of, does this serve me? And, is this useful? Whatever it may be that you're looking at getting rid of, whether it be an item, whether it be an emotion, whether it be a person, just in every facet of your life, you have to clear out from time to time to have a balance and make sure that you're taking care of your own soul and your own spirituality and your own space, that you stay in this earth, on this earth, your own space. So I'm doing that throughout my life consistently, it seems, at this point. I am constantly having people come and go. They need me for a time. I need them for a time. We'll be kind of just passing through each other's lives, and everything's great. And it's not like it used to be, to where when people left my life, it was really sad or upsetting. It's actually really beautiful, and I find the good in it. And even if I really enjoyed being around that person and they're no longer in my life, it's beautiful, because they got what they needed out of that moment in time, and so did I. And if there are lessons learned, whether you see it as a bad thing that has happened or a good thing that has happened, just be grateful, because gratitude pulls in all the good things you're looking for and all the good things you desire. It's kind of the ribbon on the package. And so it's almost like I can kind of visualize it as, the bigger the ribbon, the more gratitude, the bigger the package it's going to go on. So that's the way that things have worked for me. And perhaps they work differently for you, but for me, that seems to be the technique that I have found that has worked. So having that attitude of gratitude is a really big deal. That is key in any situation, in any stress situation, in any event in your life, whether it be a birth or a death or a new job or losing a job or looking for a job, as in my case, looking for a job. Just being grateful for what you have, and then you'll get more. I heard this analogy used in a book, and I've spoken it before on Wake Up World Enlightenment Now. And it was a book I was reading at the time, by Jen. I will not mutilate her last name, but I'll put it up on the screen. Anyway, she was telling a story about cookies, and if you made cookies for children in your neighborhood, and some kids will take it and they'll happily leave with their cookies, and they're just happy to have a cookie, but they don't say anything. And then you have the kids that are like, thank you, and run away, and you're like, that's cool, that's good. But then you have the one kid that's like, thank you so much, these are the best cookies ever, I am so grateful for these cookies. Well, that's the same kids you're going to want to give more cookies to help, here, lick this spoon for the cookies. You want to just give, and that's kind of how the world works. It really does. Is that the more gratitude you have for the little things, it grows so beautifully and largely in your life. Because if you notice the little things, then you're going to notice anything big that comes along, and it just starts to flow. And staying in that flow of gratitude is a really beautiful thing. I've had pretty amazing things happen to me today. I had phone calls that I didn't expect. I had made new friends and laughed a lot. And so, all these wonderful things happened just because I feel like I was just being grateful, because I have been in a slump before when I was just like, oh, why does nothing work out? And then nothing works out because you're kind of predicting your future when you're acting like that. So you've kind of got to flip the script, and you have to have the attitude of gratitude, because that is what is going to propel you to the future that you're looking for. And everybody, even if you don't know exactly what you want in your future, there is an idea of a future that you want. There's a knowing that you don't want to be miserable. I mean, who wants to be miserable? If someone does want to be miserable, that'll be the first person I've ever met that says, hey, I do want to be miserable. Because we all go through miserable times, but nobody really wants to live like that. It's not fun. It's not healthy. I mean, it definitely messes with your health whenever you don't have an attitude of gratitude and be grateful, and having the positivity really does affect health. I read something today that 85% of illnesses, they are now beginning to prove that 85% of illnesses are caused by the way you think about it. I mean, your mind really does make a difference in your health. And so being grateful and seeing the good in all the little things is going to make a big difference in your life. I know it's made a huge difference in my life. I've seen it both ways. When I was doing great and eating high vibrational foods and my health was wonderful, and then some little something came along and it just kind of knocked me off my path, is how I felt about it. What it was that I allowed it to knock me out of my groove. And because of that, then I all of a sudden was sick more and didn't feel good more, had more aches and pains. And so having that gratitude and having that positivity and just trying to make that, whatever situation it is, a win-win situation for you, it makes a huge difference in your life. I learned this when I was going through some really tough trials when I was younger. I learned as a defense mechanism, I learned to find the good in whatever situation. And so even though I didn't have a job, I had little kids who depended on me, I was potentially going to be homeless, all these things were happening, and I found the good in every situation, and I ended up on top of the world. People were just baffled about how can you be so happy when you're going through all this. And for me at that time, I said, well, what good would it help if I was depressed and my children saw this example? And it wouldn't be good. It helped that I had my children so that I could think about, what choices am I making, because I want to be a good example for them. And now that my kids are pretty much grown, my youngest is almost an adult, pretty close to it, it just is really important that I be that example to the rest of the world. So with that, I will be putting out more videos for Angel Bytes. I was led to Angel Bytes before I was led to do Wake Up World Enlightenment Now. But I didn't know how it would work without a co-host because I play really well off of people. And we'll see where Angel Bytes goes. I don't even know, but I know that's something I have to work on for myself, because I have to be very comfortable in front of a camera, which I do pretty good. Except for when the wind's blowing and I'm eating my hair. But anyway, so I really enjoy making Angel Bytes videos. I just had a little busy life here lately and haven't been able to put out these videos, but I'm going to make it more of a priority to put out little videos here and there. I'm not going to make a regular schedule because me and schedules sometimes conflict. In other words, I'm a free spirit, and so when I get the urge to talk about something, I will bring that forth and I will make a video about it. And it may not be daily, and then there could be days when there's 3 or 4 days in a row when I have done videos. So anyway, with that, I will have to say I really enjoy each of you that have watched my videos and that have encouraged me all along to put out more of them. I appreciate you. So with that, I will end this video. I hope you all are having an amazing day, and welcome back to Angel Bytes. I'm happy to be back. Have a spectacular day. Bye.